All right, it's time to play Find That Comet. So this is your viewing map for C2019Y4 Atlas, and this one is set up for April 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. I know this date mark up here says the 22nd UTC. That's universal time. It correlates to 8 p.m. our time. All right, so your reference, here is your western sky, here's your northern sky, there's your Milky Way, leading up to that big old bright ball in the sky, Venus. Okay, you're going to use Ursa Major and Ursa Minor as your reference again. So here is Ursa Major, the Big Dipper or the Big Bear, and pointing down to Polaris, the Little Dipper or the Little Bear. And we still want those two minor stars off the edge of Ursa Major. And it makes a little bit of a triangle between Venus and Ursa Major and Ursa Minor, Polaris. And so that's what we're looking for. It's about a fist away from Ursa Major and more than a fist from Polaris. And when I say a fist, that's exactly what I mean. Take your hand, put it at arm's distance, make a fist. That's about 10 degrees from one side of your fist to the other. It is an ish measurement just because not everybody's hand is the same size. Now at 8 o'clock, it's still relatively light, so let's advance 1 hour. And this is viewing position for 9 o'clock. Notice that the stars have shifted because that's the way it works. Here's your Milky Way. Here's the north. Big old ball of Venus over here. And here is your Ursa Major. It's tilted a little bit on its side, but it still points down to Polaris and Ursa Minor. And so you'll notice that the comet is about even with Venus at this point. All right, so viewing at 9 o'clock is good, 10 o'clock is better. So Venus is now below the comet, and there's your Ursa Major, still pointing down to Polaris. And there's your Little Dipper. Notice how the stars have wheeled themselves around. That's because Polaris, the northern star, is technically our rotation point in the sky. The comet's not shifting position. The stars are wheeling as we shift position. Our reference point is moving. So here is our comet. It's still at binocular strength. So you can find it, you can see it pretty easily with binoculars at this point, but it will keep getting brighter the closer it comes into the sun. So that target is about May 20th, and that'll be the brightest that it's going to be, and then it's going to wheel around us and head back out into general space. If the projections are right, it'll still be visible up until September, but we've got about 3 or so weeks of naked eye viewing where right now we're in binocular viewing. And after that window, it goes back to binocular viewing until it becomes so faint that we can't see it. But so it's getting brighter every single night. And provided that the weather cooperates and the skies are clear, we're going to get some pretty nice viewing of this comet as it keeps getting closer and closer to us, which means it keeps getting brighter and brighter. So here is your Find the Comet, and I will give you another update next week. And as always, this map was created with theskylive.com, a beautiful planetarium website. All you have to do is go in, type the object that you're looking for, and you can tell it what date and what time period, and it will create a sky map for you so that you can find it. And so that's all I did. So happy viewing!